In a few days, Hungarians go to the polls, and for the first time in 16 years, there's a real chance Viktor Orbán will face defeat. The question is no longer whether he will lose, he will. The more interesting question is whether he will concede power. There's a couple of short and long-term questions I'm now watching. In the short term, the most important is how big is Magyar's win. The bigger it is, the harder it's going to be for Orbán to contest the result, even if he has the support of people like Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin. But it's also going to be important for Magyar. If he has a bigger majority, he's going to be able to get more stuff done quickly in dismantling the system that Orbán has created at home. And this plays into the longer term question in Hungary, which is about governing. Peter Magyar has assembled a really broad coalition of anti-Orbánites, but these are not career politicians. It's professionals, it's technocrats, it's everyday civilians that are united in their desire to unwind the system that Orbán has created. And it will of course be easier for them to do that if there are more of them in parliament. The governing priority of the Magyar coalition is going to be resurrecting Hungary's relationship with Europe. That's going to be really important for his domestic agenda, because the Europeans can release a lot of money that Magyar can then use to address domestic affordability issues, but also to invest in the future of the economy. For Europe, this is also important because Peter Magyar will represent a more positive policy with respect to Ukraine, and that will allow the Europeans to be a much more effective geopolitical actor than they've been able to be with Orbán in power. So that's what the election means for Hungary and for Europe. What does it mean for Viktor Orbán? I wouldn't shed a tear for him. He's got billions stashed away and a real plan to try and win back power in a couple of years' time by really undermining Magyar's ability to govern effectively. And he's got the support of some of the most powerful people on earth, including Russia's Vladimir Putin, Chinese Premier Xi Jinping, and of course US President Donald Trump, who looks at Orbán as his MAGA beacon within the EU. So Viktor Orbán will be fine, but the far-right populism that he represents may not be. And that's what populists in Italy, in Poland and in France are asking ahead of their very consequential elections in 2027. But we'll need to wait well beyond the 12th of April until we have a clear answer to that question.